Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Online. This is your host, Captain Ron Phillips here. And in today's episode, we are going to see everything that is old is new. We are back here on Drozana Station. We're about to go back down into the depths of where we were last time. If you were able to survive last episode, that was quite scary to find out what lied beneath Drozana Station. But now we're going to go straight back to where we ended up there, back to the Davidian portal, and we are going to go back in time to 2256, if you remember right, which is the time of the original series, maybe right before it. Uh, so in honor of Strange New Worlds, we decided to do this mission, a string of missions here, where we go back in time to the original series. And of course, you can see this blue light here. That means the Davidians are running around. There they are. So, we'll all do, here we go. Everything old is new. Here we go. Alright, a properly modulated energy discharge should allow us to use this portal to follow the Davidians back through time. Once we get there, though, it might be a bit trickier to get back. We should bring as few people as possible to minimize the chances of distorting the timeline. Well, thank you, Doctor. Alright, and Poofy. Take the portal back to the past. We're still in Drozana Station, sir, just in the past. We need to be very careful here, Captain. If we damage the station or injure anyone, we could damage the timeline irrevocably. Even if Drake doesn't care about the Temporal Prime Directive, we should. We're still Starfleet officers, after all. Alright, set weapons to heavy stun. We're still in the computer core, Captain. Strange. I wonder why there's nobody here. From what I remember about this time period, there should be someone here. Even just a technician. If we can find the right parts, we could cobble together a subspace field emitter and perhaps get an idea of what the Davidians are doing here. But using 23rd century technology will make it much more difficult. The Federation won't develop ways to detect the subspace variances that the Davidians use until almost a century from now. That's not good. I'll make a list of equipment that we can use here to fine-tune Drozana Station's sensor array. We can probably find the regulator components somewhere near the computer core and an induction coil on the power systems level. So we have to make our own subspace phase modulator. Lovely. Boy, doesn't this look nice looking. Oh, I did come here. Alright. Oh, the door. Okay, so examine the door. No wonder there's nobody here. The station is on medical alert. Non-essential personnel are confined to quarters, and the computer core is locked down. Unfortunately, that lockdown works both ways. No one can get in, but we can't get out either. Lucky for us that these old systems had some well-documented problems. It shouldn't be too difficult to override the controls. Alright. So these old Durotronic computers have a memory fault that makes them susceptible to overloads. An overload could cause it to lose processes, like the one locking the door to the computer core. In this century, there shouldn't be any task that could overload them, but there's an infamous 24th century warp geometry problem that could be insoluble with the processing power available to this computer. If we set the consoles to divert processing to the parts of this problem, we might be able to cause a memory overwrite that would make the computer lose its security lockdown. Interesting. Very ingenious. Power distribution console. Switch memory bank 1. Oh, it's the one up here. Okay. Remember how to do this in order. This isn't easy. Switch memory banks in 1 and 3. Alright, now we just got overflow number 2. Oh. I don't think that worked right. 1 is queued. 2 is working. 3 is working. So that one does 1 and 3. Oh, good grief. I'm terrible at this kind of thing. Environmental control system. 1 and 2. Okay. That one was the first one I was supposed to do. And then we do this one way down here. Does 1 and 3. Alright, switch 1 and 3. Come back down here. Kind of cheating. And this one just does number 1. Here we go. That did it. The door should open now. Yeah, I was right. Okay. What's up, dude? Hey, what are you doing here?
What are you doing down here? The station is on medical alert. Nobody's supposed to be in the computer core area but me. Hey, is that a weapon? Don't try anything, or I'll have to stun you.
I'm lost.
The lift shouldn't have let you come down to this level. How did you get here?
I was stuck on the lift when the station went to alert. This is where it let me out.
You should have used the intercom to call for assistance. It's not safe to move about the station during a medical alert.
Right. I should get back up to the main station areas.
Follow me. I'm going to call security for an escort.
But if I'm contagious, won't that be dangerous?
I guess you're right. Look, just go up to the maintenance lift, get to the emergency medical center as soon as possible, and get checked out. There's a doctor up there who has set up a triage center for the affected patients.
Thank you. Should probably put a security lock on there. Hello. Looks so much better than it did in Drozana before. Found a Duotronic transducer relay. Very good. Sir, I'm reading a patrol team ahead. Since the station is on medical alert, they're probably following a standard patrol pattern. We might be able to sneak past them or even lock them in one of the side rooms. Okay. Must be them right there in front of me. You back up. Back up. Back up. I see ahead. Come on, man. Back up. Are you gonna move, buddy? Okay. Oh, come on. That ain't fair. And he's just standing there. Well, you can stay in there, buddy. Good grief, that never happens. I don't think I was supposed to lock that one. Oh, okay. Upsy daisy, upsy daisy, here we go. We run amok. Oh, uh-oh. More Trialic waves. There must be Davidians somewhere on the station in this time period. Ensign Zavoda.
Oh, hey. You shouldn't be here. You should get up to the quarantine area.
I'm on my way there right now.
Oh, hey. You shouldn't be here. You should get up to the quarantine area.
What are you working on?
Oh, just running a level 3 diagnostic on the subsystem. The computers on this station are state-of-the-art. I can simulate an entire copy of the station and display every piece of it as a wireframe model.
That's impressive.
I know, isn't it? I'm very fortunate to be able to work here. Working on a station like this really strikes home just how modern and new everything is.
Isn't this subsystem tied to the main computer core?
Yes, although it has its own memory and subprocessor as well. It can even work in parallel with the computer core's main processor.
What happens when you tie it into the main computer's memory?
Here, I'll show you. That's odd. The core isn't responding to my request. I need to go talk to Lieutenant Myers. Make sure you get up to the quarantine area and get checked out by the doctor.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, thank you. Warning, improper access may cause injury and or death. For hardware access, disable all power taps before servicing, discharge static electricity before contact with leads, unlock safety cage prior to access, and unclamp data to lead to replace regulators. So disconnect power. Touch static discharge plate. Unlock safety cage. Remove computer monitor. And take the plank regulator. Very good. And what do we have here? Some trionium gas. Green level. Nope, nothing there. Alright. Take the maintenance lift. This isn't the power distribution level. Sir, security's overridden the turbo lift. They must have detected our arrival. Station security will probably be here any minute now. If we're going to get out of this without a fight, we better look for alternatives quickly. We'll have to find a console that we can use to override the turbo lift so we can keep going. Oh, great. Locked door with encryption key. Escape through the Jeffries tubes. Another group of Starfleet officers ahead, sir. If we're cautious, we might be able to avoid them while they aren't looking. Yeah. Oh, great.
Hold it right there.
Okay. Alright, take the lift back to the power distribution level. Sorry, folks. Alright. They're coming. Alright, time to take maintenance lift up. Sir, we should be able to find an induction coil on this level as part of the power systems. Then we simply need to rig the subspace inducer to the sensor array, then we can pinpoint the Davidian's incursion. Very good. What's this? Dr. McCoy? You there! Don't just stand there. Come over here and give me a hand. People are dropping like flies on this station, and it's all I can do to keep up. Who are you? McCoy, Leonard H., but this is no time for introductions. Well, what's going on? Some kind of illness is affecting the people on this station. Blue flashes and ghost stories. There has to be a reason for it. We need to stop it. People are dying here. Well, what do you need me to do? As far as I can tell, all these people reported seeing those strange blue flashes of light. Now they're all dying. They're worse than dead. Their brains are gone. Whatever this disease is, it's suppressing brain activity at an alarming rate. It's almost as if the energy between the neurons was being removed somehow. The blue flashes seem to be associated with a strange form of radiation, so we set up the triage center here. That crazy engineer said the power distribution station is heavily shielded. What kind of radiation? How should I know? I'm a doctor, not an engineer. The blue flashes are still happening anyway. We need some way to replace that neural energy. Jumpstart their brains somehow. Like cold starting a warp engine. I suppose that's one way of looking at it. But the mind is a much more complex and delicate instrument. Maybe that's the key. The brain might be able to restart itself, if stimulated correctly. Give it the energy it needs, and then a stimulus to make it spread through the nervous system. I'll need to know how much neural energy the survivors have, so we can figure out how much they've lost. Then we'll need to apply cortical stimulators at the correct frequency. It's no panacea, but it might save the lives of the crew. Saving these lives is important to making sure that everything turns out the way it should. Well, thank you, Doctor. Come on, grab a tricorder and start checking the neural activity on some of these survivors. Take note of your readings, and we're going to have to calculate the difference from a healthy mind and determine the right frequency to stimulate the brain. A normal human neuron has a resting potential of negative 70 millivolts. Once you have some readings, we'll calibrate a cortical stimulator and try to revive some of these people. Oh, God. Alright. Scan neural patterns. Scan neuron resting potential. Neuron resting potential reading negative 60. Normal is negative 70. What's his sodium potassium pump? Interior neuron sodium levels elevated. Sodium potassium gates damaged. Anomalous neural activity. Sodium potassium gates damaged by forcible ion movement. Likely cause sudden change in neural voltage. Predicted results: hallucination, loss of motor function, nervous system damage. Ouch. Alright. Nearing potential. Negative 58 million. Okay. Sodium potassium pump levels. Exterior potassium levels elevated. Neurons limited to plus 15 millivolts active potential. Normal human active potential is plus 30. Okay. Anomalous neural activity. Sodium potassium ions depleted. Some neurons incapable of electrical response. Likely cause sudden change in neural voltage. Predicted results: fatigue, blurred vision, dulled senses, loss of atomic functions. Alright, McCoy. Ready to try some neurosurgery? Alright, let's review the findings. Normal human resting potential is negative 70. Normal human neural activity is plus 30. Neural charge at rest. At rest neuron contains positively charged sodium exterior and positively charged potassium interior and exterior. Neuron opens sodium gates, sodium transistors to interior. Neuron charges switches from negative 70 to plus 30. Request explanation. We need to restore the mind to its baseline state. Review your findings and set your cortical stimulator so it will reset the brain back to normal. Hopefully with a little push from the cortical stimulator, the subject's brain will repair itself, and with some time, rest. Okay, set the voltage for the resting potential. Resting is negative 70. Action potential is 30. Sodium internal, potassium external, internal. Let's try it. If I did it right. Didn't work. We need to try different settings. Oh, lovely. $958. I don't know. I'm guessing here. Shucks. Normal human resting potential is negative 70. Normal reading activity is plus 30. At rest, neurons contain positively charged sodium ions exterior and positively charged ions interior and exterior. Action potential. Neurons open sodium gates. Sodium transitions to interior. Neural charge switches from negative 70 to plus 30. Okay. Negative 70, plus 30. Sodium external, potassium and external. Oh, there we go. It worked. We need to get this to the station commander. Come on. Okay, so you just had to reset everything to the basic levels and just the opposite of the internal and exterior sodium and potassium at rest. Sir, this might be a good chance for us to find that induction coil. Yeah, if I remember right, it's in here. Alright, got my induction coil. Integrate the subspace field emitter into the station scanners. Oh, you want us to integrate it into the scanners now. It's working, sir. The emitter has adjusted the active scanners for the station. What do you make of these readings? Imaging shows that the station is being suffused with triolic radiation. The radiation is coming from Driffin's comet. The comet itself is emitting mass amounts of triolic energy. The Davidians must have realized that it's a natural source of energy, and they're using it as an easy way to shift into sync with us. It's like riding behind the wake of a ship in the water. But that's not all they're doing, sir. They're harnessing the triolic energy and infusing it with chronoton particles. With that, they could have enough energy to move the entire station out of phase, maybe even the entire sector. We have to stop them. The comet is the key, sir, but we can't do anything about the comet without a ship, and I don't think a 23rd century vessel is going to be able to do the job. Oh, what are you proposing, young lady? With this information, it's clear we have to find some way to destroy Driffin's comet, sir. We can use one of the auxiliary reactors in sync with the subspace emitter that we've hooked up to the station in order to make a temporary portal that will take us back to our time. Once we make it back, we'll have to report in and find a way to bring the ship back with us to destroy the comet. Yikes. Oh, there's McCoy. Oop. Redirect reactor to triolic portal. Whoa! Oh no! We have another problem. We've absorbed so much triolic radiation at this point that traveling through a gate again could cause radiation poisoning. Normally we just use hydronalin to flush it out, but our medical supplies aren't protected against phase shifting. Our hydronalin, or however you say it, supply is probably already irradiated. It isn't the sort of problem that comes up frequently. We'll need large doses to chelate out the existing triolic radiation and protect us from the transition back through the portal. There's one person who could probably get it for us. Yeah. McCoy! Something else you need? Actually, I have a friend who took a little too much triolic radiation and could use some hydronalin. Friend, with all the radiation flares that this station's experiencing, we're probably going to be a little short on hydronalin ourselves. I could maybe spare a hypo, but if your friend is getting radiation, he or she's on the station already. Yeah, I'll need a double dose to chelate out a significant amount of triolic radiation. You should never lie to your doctor or to your bartender. That much radiation would mean you've experienced something close to the epicenter. like fooling around with trialic waves. You don't need green blood and pointy ears to know that is a bad idea. But when the people on this station really needed it, you came through. I appreciate that. I think I could spare a few doses. Just don't let the station's captain hear about it. Well, thank you. Look, I'm not sure who you are or where you came from, but I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm just an old country doctor, but I know better than to ask too many questions about a little unexpected help. You probably shouldn't loiter around here too much longer, or people will start to ask questions. I'm going to put these cortical stimulators to good use. And thanks. You saved a lot of lives today. We can take the portal back to our own time now whenever you're ready, sir. All right. Phew. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Got a report in.
So Driffin's comet is the source of the trialic radiation. That explains a lot. However, we cannot simply destroy it in our time. The Davidians have the means to go back to the 23rd century and harness its energy there. However, that will be their only other chance. Before that, there's no Drozana station, so there's no place that will be close enough to the comet's trajectory to be of use to them. The only logical solution is to alter the past. Destroy the comet there, and save the Federation. As it happens, I have access to a way to transport your ship back to the 23rd century. It's risky, but I think the odds are in your favor. And if they aren't, there's always time for another try. I'll make the arrangements. Stay in touch. Drake out.
And we get our twin phaser beam array.
Until next time.
All right. Phew. Well, wasn't that fun? Now we saw what part of Drozana Station looked like there in the 23rd century. And we ran into Dr. McCoy, of all people. So that was nice. So, now we have to do a little voyage home problem here, and we have to take a ship back to the past and destroy a comet. Oh dear, I can only wonder what's going to happen here. So, I hope everybody liked the video. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry. Hit the dislike button and let me know. That's fine. Leave a comment. Comment and let me know if you liked it, didn't like it. I'm sorry. I hope you did. I hope you liked it anyway. Ha ha ha. And subscribe to the Captain Ron Phillips channel if you're going to see some more stuff like this, or if you don't want to see more stuff like this, that's quite alright. Like I said, leave a comment and let me know. On the next episode, we are going to be taking our ship back in time somehow, thanks to Drake, and we're going to destroy a comet. Okay. I hope to see you all then. That's the next episode, Night of the Comet. Thank you all very much. This is Captain Ron Phillips. Have a good night, everybody.